Are you working on rewriting or changing the story about a specific person in your life, rewriting a relationship, changing a dynamic, making a relationship something different than what it already is? This episode of Roxy Talks is all about how you can erase the old story so that you can usher in the new one. Stay tuned. What is up, my fellow dreamers and soul searchers? Thank you for joining me here for another episode of Roxy Talks, where we discuss confidence, mindset, manifestation, and more. I'm Roxy Lee. I'm a mindset coach, and I'm here to help you banish your negative thinking and limiting doubts so you can bring love, clarity, and joy into your life. If you'd like to sign up for one-on-one coaching so we can discuss your specific issues, you can sign up at roxytalks.com. I've also got a brand new Manifest a Specific Person workshop. It's designed to help you get to the heart of your specific person issue. You can start that right away and dive deep into your limiting beliefs, blocks, patterns, all that stuff. That's at my website, roxytalks.com. I've also got exclusive merch, podcasts, and more. The link, of course, is in the description below. You can also join me on social media. I am on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Before we get into this video, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you're feeling generous, please like and share. That helps us reach as many people as possible, and everyone deserves to know that they are in complete control of their reality. Now, one of the key components of manifesting a specific person is understanding that you truly control the narrative on every single level. Not just, oh, I want them to be with me. Oh, I want them to want me. Oh, we have a relationship. No, do they communicate well? What is their love language? How do they treat you? What do they care about? What are their hobbies? How do they communicate? These are things that a lot of people tend to think are immovable. I see a lot of clients talking about their situation. I'm doing positive, I'm doing this, and yet they're still telling a story about how their person, they're not really good at communicating. They don't really like to text much. He's not much of a texter. She's closed off. She said she'd never want to be in a relationship again. I'm like, wait, you're listening to what they say? You're letting your own manifestation tell you what to do with your manifestation? No. Unless I like that outcome, and I enjoy it and I want more of it, that's the end of it. I'm shutting that shit down now. I'm paying attention to what I was thinking that got me that, what I'm thinking right now in the moment in response to it, and where I'm going next, because that's really important. And this all happens in a split second. This is the practice. This is paying attention to yourself, telling a limiting story, realizing that if I don't want someone that's a bad texter, I don't need to have a bad texter. If I want somebody who texts me 27 times a day, guess what? You love texting 27 times a day. We're always texting. You are not limited to anything except what you continue to describe or expect, react to when you experience, think about, fear, worry, doubt. You don't need any of it unless you allow it in your mind, then it's definitely coming your way. So when you're working on a person, it's really important that you don't let anything they say or do, think, feel, whatever, affect what you do with your mind going forward. Now, I know this sounds callous. I'm not saying fuck them, who cares what they think. I mean, kind of, I am saying that. But I mean it in a way of, if you continue to let their opinions affect what you do with your mind, you will continue to manifest them the way that they are now. You're not going to change them by thinking positively about what you already have. Okay? I call that making roses out of diarrhea. Is it disgusting? Yeah, actually it's disgusting in both ways, right? It's you being positive about the shitty situation that you don't like. Well, I mean, I'm proud of you for thinking positive about that thing that you don't like, but why take it to that level when you can go even farther with it and realize you don't even need whatever it is that you've got. You don't even need to continue whatever it is that is now. You change the story now. You flip the script. Now they change. Your situation changes. You be that change in every single moment. You stop allowing yourself to think anything but that. You get that. Anytime that person comes up on your mind, they are only the version of them that texts 27 times, right? Just for this example, okay? This is how we do this in real life, okay? Let's say you get a text message from your person. What are the options? First, they text you everything you've ever needed to know, everything you've ever wanted to hear. They're engaging, they're kind, they're complimenting you, blah, blah, blah. Great, good. They're exactly the way we need them to be. Affirm it, reaffirm it. Yes, I did that. They're amazing. We have a great relationship. Awesome. Let's say the text says, hey, well, great. They text me all the time. We have such an amazing communication. I love how communicative this person is. We really get each other. We have such a great relationship. They text you something angry. wow, this person really is so kind to me. We have such a great connection. I love that I can just always trust them and they always have nice things to say to me. Let's say they text you, nothing. It's been 27 days since you got a text versus 27 a day, right? They come up in your mind. Wow, we really have an amazing connection. I know they always think about me. They're always reaching out to me. They always want to share their day with me. They've never really been fulfilled by anybody. No one really gets them the way that I do. We have these amazing conversations. Now let's examine these, right? Whether or not the text is in your phone, whether it's a text you like, whether it's something you don't like, whether it's a phone call, whether it's complete ghosting, each one of the responses that I gave you in response to any of those outcomes still keeps you in a reality where things are working out for you. And we have to do this for a period of time where it feels like we're lying to ourselves in order to get things to change. Now, the cool thing about it is that you're already lying to yourself. You're already telling yourself a bunch of bullshit that's not actually true. It's just stuff that you believe. So good. We're good at it, okay? We're going to change the content. I talked about that earlier this week. Your world is being replicated and materialized according to what goes on in your head, not what goes on in your phone, not what your eyeballs see, not what social media says, not what your friend says, not what your SP says, not what your mom says, not what you even think or feel. Ultimately, it's what you decide that means. That's what manifests. Your definition of your life, your narration of your story is what is constantly manifesting, okay? So always awareness and discipline. You must know what's going on in your mind and you must be willing to shut it down and replace it with something else. If you don't, I've said this before, you might as well not even do this. Like, I feel like if I was only half-assing it, which I guess I did. I half-assed it for 10 years, nearly 10 years, and thankfully it led me to this process, but now it's full ass. It's the whole ass. I treat every day like a whole ass, okay? I don't half-ass anything because I figured it out. It's doing what I say it's doing, so guess what it's doing? It's being successful, it's perpetuating itself, everything's great, rose, blah, 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 all that stuff. You've heard me say it a million times, okay? So how do we rewrite a person who seems like they're just like that? And no matter how positive I think about them, they still do that shit I don't like. Okay, well, guess what? First things first, you haven't rewritten them. I can guarantee you that, at least not fully. If they're still doing the stuff consistently, you're not consistent in your rewriting process. I can tell you that comes from love, not judgment. I know, I speak to a lot of people. I understand the patterns. I can tell if someone is doing the work or they're not all the way. It's very obvious. So you must be willing to do this process. You must be willing to make this a dedicated practice. But the cool thing is that once you do, your whole life works out. The benefit far outweighs the cost of doing the work, okay? It's so worth it. There's nothing in the world that could be more worth this. So you're dedicating yourself to the process. You're not allowing anything that happens in the 3D world or even in your mind, like we talked about in Wednesday's video, we're not allowing anything in our mind or what we think, what we feel, what we hear to tell us what that means for us. We're controlling the narrative all the time, okay? So we want to control the narrative about your person, romantic or otherwise. We need to only be telling a story about them that matches the reality that we're working towards, okay? So I want you to think about a giant, those big chalkboards, those ones on wheels, and I want you to think of like all the whole story of your SP, all the patterns, all the history, all the bullshit, everything standing in your way, everything between you two. That's written on the chalkboard. And then I want you to take a big old eraser. I don't know if the kids today even have erasers, but you remember those ones that were like squishy and like made of velvet? I don't know, I always wanted to touch them. They're so soft. Those big velvety ones, the brown, like the tan ones. Erase. Erase that whole chalkboard. Erase the whole story, all of it, top to bottom, the whole damn thing. Just get it out of there. And then blow that dust away too, right? Let's not leave that dust lingering around either. Erase the chalkboard. Delete the story. Do not allow yourself to tell that again. Don't allow yourself to react to them again as if they're still written on the chalkboard that way. We've erased it. We've turned the page. The new chapter is begun. That is no longer the person you have. And if you react to them, if you think of them like that, if you allow them to tell you how you feel, if you start to worry or wonder or any of that stuff, you're getting the old chalkboard version. That's just how it works. You already have them. They're already here. They're really sticky. They're really easy to get to. They trigger you and you immediately go back to that old version, okay? So this is why the awareness and the discipline are so important. I keep harping on it because that's what everything boils down to. Am I telling an old story about them? Did I just imply that that person doesn't want to text me and talk to me all day long? I'm their favorite person. How could they not? How could they not if I'm manifesting them to? So they couldn't. So I'm not going to believe that bullshit anymore. I'm going to remind myself I'm in control. They love talking to me. We talk 27 times a day, every single day, deep conversations. They tell me how their day is. We have an amazing bond. What is next? Your old story with your SP is water under the bridge. Anything that they've done, you've done, past, history, feelings, resentment, pain, anger, sadness, all of it needs to go. If you are manifesting from the standpoint that they did something wrong or you did something wrong, we're trying to fix something bad, we're trying to make them do something different than they are, you're already behind. You're already doing it in a way that's too difficult. It's like you're not going to swim with ankle weights on if you want to get across the pool really fast. Swim with ankle weights on if you want to build your power to resistance, fine. You want to get to point A to point B, you wear the least amount of stuff, you streamline yourself, freaking cap on your head, Speedos, goggles, we're not even gonna let our eyelashes flutter around, right? And you're off that block straight to the end of that pool. Shed the dead weight, shed the old story, shed the anger, the resentment, all of it, because you know what it is? That's your own shit. That's your own manifestation. You manifested them to be the way that they are. I'm not saying forgive everything and forget and let yourself be walked on. I am saying realize you did that. And that's okay. That's good. That's actually the best thing ever because it means they don't just treat us like shit for no reason. They don't just act like that because we're not good enough to get something better. They act like that because we tell ourselves we're not good enough for something better. Great. That's good because now we're just not going to tell ourselves that shit anymore. We're not going to tell the limiting story anymore, remember, because we erased the whole chalkboard. So now that story doesn't exist anymore. I want you to get out a new piece of chalk. It's going to be pink this time. And we're going to write a whole new story. And I want you to describe your situation, your SP, your whatever the hell it is, the way it is now, the new reality, what we're working towards, what you're focusing on in every single moment, what you're making yourself live in every single moment. That's how you get there. That's you shedding the weights. Erase the old story. Let it be water under the bridge. What has happened before is your own manifestation. Okay, fine. Maybe I didn't ask for that, but maybe I've had a program running for the last 30 years that says people cheat, love is hard, love doesn't last, I'm not good enough, things always get taken away from me, people walk all over me. If you have that program running, people have to fulfill it. They have no choice but to fulfill the role that you've written for them. So you being angry and resentful at them for that is misplaced creative power. Your power lies in the conceiving, the perceiving, the narration of your world. And if you are using your creative power to describe how much that person sucks in the version that they are right now, guess what you are continuing to get? I don't think I have to say anything else. So I want you to comment down below. The past is absolutely irrelevant. The past is absolutely irrelevant. And it's true because you are manifesting new realities in every single moment by the millisecond, by the billions. You can't even perceive it. It's happening so fast. You're shifting in and out of realities already. This is not something you have to figure out. You're already doing it. What you do have to figure out is how to stop telling yourself stuff that you don't like anymore. And not just telling yourself stuff that you don't like, but listening to it. Attaching it, deciding that that's your life now because you had the thought or someone said something to you or you saw something happen in your life or you didn't see something happen. You're missing someone. That doesn't mean that it has to continue from one moment to the next. Time is not linear. Our awareness is linear, right? Our awareness is like one big long stream of consciousness broken up by what are essentially naps, okay? We're the same people we were as children that we are today. We're just filled with a lot more experience and knowledge. The template is still there, right? The old programming is probably still there. We're still very much running the old story and trying to adapt to the new. But the moment you can realize that the old story never, ever has to continue from right now forward, that's it. You can change it right this very second. It's you that we're waiting on. It's not the other person. It's you. You change it in the moment, and then you refuse to think that it's not changed ever again. You refuse to think that it's anything but the thing we just changed it to, and that's how you stay there and how you get it fast. That's how you shed the weight and you zoom your ass down that lane to the end of that pool. That's how you get it. Now, if you'd like to stop doing the old stuff that doesn't work for you and just get really focused on manifesting your person quickly and deliberately while simultaneously getting rid of all of the stuff that's been holding you back your whole life, check out my Manifest a Specific Person workshop. It's actually designed to help you get to the root of all of your issues. It is work on your end, but hey, it is the most rewarding work that you could ever do for yourself. You can actually join that course and start right this very moment, getting to the bottom of your problems, of your situation right now. You can sign up at my website, roxytalks.com. You can also sign up for one-on-one coaching so we can discuss exactly how you can rewrite your story and rewrite your person and live that out in every single moment. One-on-one coaching is available at my website, Roxy Talks, as well. I've also got exclusive merch, podcasts, and more. That's all at my website, and of course, the link is in the description below. You can also join my Facebook group, Black Moon Society. It's a great community for like-minded people who are helping each other manifest. That's in the description below as well. And don't forget to join me on social media. I'm on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Here on the Roxy Talks channel, I go live every Monday at noon-ish PST for a Q&A, and I've got brand new videos out every Tuesday through Friday, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you never miss an update. And if you're feeling generous, please like and share. That helps us reach as many people as possible, and everyone deserves to know that they are in complete control of their reality. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you.